Welcome to the North American Golden Domers for Wednesday, November 26th, 2025. We are live, and I am Raji, broadcasting tonight from the Pinedale Shopping Mall in Cincinnati, Ohio. Coming to us from Niskayuna, New York.
Wow.
Andy, how are you?
It's Niskayuna, yep, and it's just a mere 8 miles away from where I live, Niskayuna. Yeah, very close.
Now, Andy, when I was researching places, when I was researching this, Niskayuna looked like a place that Raji would like.
Niskayuna is a very nice place.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Would you sponsor me if I tried to claim residency?
Yeah, we could get you over there.
Thank you. Coming to us live from Mexico City. We're not sure where. The tunnel is narrowing. You must be near the light, Rodolfo. How are you?
Yeah, good. How are you guys?
Fantastic. Nice to see you. And coming to us live, our owner, Mr. Paul Linehan from Cleveland, Ohio. Tonight he's at the Lake House, hence the new background and the different vibe, a very relaxed vibe for Mr. Linehan. How are you, Paul?
Good. I'm glad you got that impression because we're actually hosting Thanksgiving here tomorrow, and I'm not at all relaxed. But I am in a new location, so maybe that's working for me. So,
well, it's nice to see everyone. I apologize to our listeners. We were ready to go Monday night, and a half hour before, we had a cease and desist from the CRTC asking that we not broadcast that night, and we had an emergency hearing. Our lawyers are on it. We have some new rules. We're not allowed a guest tonight. We're punished 1 week for a guest. We're being monitored. Some of us might be probed. And we have a 3-week exemption period from mentioning, well, I can't even mention his name, but there's someone we mention a lot, and we're not allowed to mention the guy who gets signatures all the time. And he's trying to appeal, I understand. So we apologize to our listeners who are here tonight. Everything's good. We're fine. We're safe. We're healthy. So we're here for you. The listener feedback section here, gentlemen, is really minimal. We're at 134. We gained 2. I tend to be grounded in relentless optimism. Andy, I'm starting to give up that I'm going to see the farm.
You probably should give up because it's not in the cards for you guys. I'm sorry.
There is a chance that we go on an incredible playoff run. And energy takes over. We do a few on-site podcasts. I have a celebrity guest coming either next week or the week after. Our first guest. I'm going to hold it. I'll hold it until I confirm it. I'll tell you guys. But our listeners, a celebrity's coming. A true celebrity, not one of the fake makeup ones that we try and bring in every once in a while.
Is it the littlest hobo?
Paul, it's funny you said that. I was talking with a friend today about the littlest hobo, and we were riffing on about what a behind the scenes of the littlest hobo would look like with him drunk in his trailer and a white t-shirt and poodles going out the trailer door. So it's not hobo. He's declined that opportunity. And Andy, again, the one thing that seems to have taken off is, again, we've always said that you're the star. We know that. But our listeners are now not letting their wives listen because there's no one more macho than Andy.
I'm often referred to as very rugged. I have a musk.
Chiseled.
Have a musk about me.
No, Andy, I have to ask you a question. 2 weeks ago, I did my yogurt run. It was a plentiful yogurt run. They had it on sale. I still got some left. It was a yogurt run of yogurt runs. But on the way back, I mean, have you done anything? Have you alerted anyone about me? For the first time ever in my life, the Canadian Border Guards checked my car.
And did they laugh hysterically? Like, look at this
Pretty
guy.
much. They had gloves on. They opened up the trunk. They saw nothing.
You're sweating profusely, and they're thinking they're going to find a stash, but it's just yogurt.
They asked. They said, "That's a lot of yogurt." He said, we should. And he did say, he said it's a lot of yogurt. We should tariff you at like 300%. He said, but that's a lot of paperwork. So
that'll get you.
But it's got me thinking that you had something to do with this.
I wish I did. You wouldn't be here tonight if I did. I can assure you.
Yeah. Pretty much.
They would not have let you go.
No, you would never be heard from again.
On one other related note, before we get into the week's work, this is the time of year near the end of the year when cybersecurity. You gentlemen should be mindful of that. I was hacked recently, and so it's always a good reminder this time to go in and update all your passwords. I have updated all of mine, and my new password is Kenny. And now I have Kenny logins. Kenny
Paul's
logins.
not happy. Look at him. Paul's not happy.
I was trying to blanken my screen. I was trying to darken my screen as soon as he talked about passwords, but I can't find the right button right now. So
danger zone. There may not be a better beard in all of rock and roll, right, Rodolfo?
I can't think of another one, but just whatever.
Are you all excited that Rush is coming back?
Absolutely.
How many times are you going to see them?
Just once.
Okay. We got a welcome back from Josh. Hi, Josh. Nice to see you. Paul, I'll leave you on comment duty tonight. So let's just run quickly through. We've missed 2 games. Let's run quickly through the first game. Pitt. We didn't beat them 100 to nothing as Narduzzi wanted, but just a quick general observation. Anything at all you want to talk about the Pitt game, Paul? I'll let you go first.
I thoroughly enjoyed the Pitt game. I love beating Narduzzi more than any other coach, I think, in the country. Him scoring, I think the only thing that made it more delicious was him throwing the 4th down pass, being so desperate to close the score when he said he didn't care. I thought that was poetic. And now, of course, he's being painted as a genius because he beat Georgia Tech the next week. I don't get that at all. The national media's infatuation with Narduzzi, they're going to shock Notre Dame. He's playing games, this and that. And then now he's a genius again. I don't get it. He's a terrible coach. I hope he stays there forever.
There has to be some history, Paul, between him and Freeman that just wasn't that game. Because that handshake.
I don't think it's Freeman. He's one of those Notre Dame syndrome guys. Like he has a Notre Dame problem. And he always has. He had it when he was at Michigan State as a defensive coordinator. He has a Notre Dame problem. And he can't help. He's lost his mind over us. He was chirping about us this week. After we played Syracuse, he's chirping still this week. Yeah.
Andy, I guess we sort of hope that Pitt can beat Miami. That would certainly make things a little bit more comfortable for us. But your thoughts about Pitt, Andy? Any thoughts?
No. I mean, same as Paul. I'm just glad to see that beating a ranked team is always nice, even though it's Pitt. But that could have easily gone a different way, right? That could have been a big trap game that could have got us. But I think they handled them well. And then obviously we know what happened the next week, which we'll get to. But and I'm really excited to talk about it.
I'm going to lead you off with that one. I'm going to give you a long time to go. Dolph, you're very.
I'll give up my Syracuse time just to pop in here one more time. Monitoring the weather in Pittsburgh on Saturday, not looking good, and Miami guys tend to close up tents and not play well. So the high is like 31. The game's at noon. No wind though as of now. Like right now, the wind down here, 60, 70 miles an hour. I wish the game was today. Like I guess
that's fantastic.
So I'm monitoring the weather situation, and my probable future son-in-law, who's the Pitt guy, is trying to work me over to like wake up Saturday morning and go to the game. So maybe yeah.
Oh my, Dolph, you're very much a historian. One of my historic moments of dislike of Pitt was that goofball Tyler Palko when he came into Notre Dame Stadium and beat Notre Dame and was running around like an absolute doofus. What are your feelings about Pitt in the game?
This game in particular, I think they did what they had to do. They came in, they just did their job. They absolutely roll an inferior team, and I'm glad they did, because as Andy just commented, that could have been a trap game if we were. That was the hardest game like 4 weeks ago that we pointed out, and Notre Dame handled it perfectly. I mean, the score doesn't even show the dominance Notre Dame had of that game. So
the quarterback looked like a deer in the headlights very early. It was a It was a tough one.
Yeah. The defense played lights out. So, I mean, they played great. But, I mean, I'm very anxious to hear what Andy has to say about his favorite team.
Well, here we are. Here we are.
I just want to ask how many sorries we owe to Chris Ash. Collectively, the Chris Ash disparagement was pretty high across the board.
Without question.
And we're going to get into it the next game too, but like you just said, the Pitt quarterback was scared to death, and that wasn't our best game. Andy's about to comment on our bet. Like this guy.
I think you're right, Paul.
I've been saying it from the start, Paul.
Yeah, we all only the four of us were the only ones. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was just saying, I don't think we're alone. I think our opinions after the first 2 or 3 games were, oh goodness. Oh my, where's Al Golden? Bengals, please keep losing so we can bring him back. But, I think when you watch the press conferences about Freeman and what this whole process has taught us about his leadership is just exceptional, in that he didn't throw anyone under the bus. He said, we are all going to fix this. We are all accountable. Let's go. And I think that provided such safety for that painful growth for the team without worrying about individuals or units. And I thought that was just a really exceptional bit of leadership. And we're fans. I mean, gosh, if the transcripts of some of our game chats or season chats were made available about how we were about to jump into the Grand Canyon at any one moment, it's the great wonder of it. And it's nice to be able to sit here at where we are with 9-2 and Stanford ahead. Andy, we were 8-2 with senior day coming on. A walk-on lacrosse player quarterback for Syracuse. The story was there for the making of a new Syracuse legend. And what happened, Andy?
Just that. They made a very good legend that'll be told for years to come to incoming Syracuse freshmen, families of Syracuse fans, alumni. I hope they all enjoyed it as much as I did. I mean, from the start, I don't think I've smiled that much from the second or third play of the game, whatever it was. And it just didn't stop smiling from there. And somebody said to me, it might've been my wife, I'm not sure. She's like, is this even fun to watch? You have no idea how fun this is to watch.
I got that when I went in at half. Like when I didn't need a bath. I knew that. At that point, it would just been folly, but there's no time for that. But Kathleen said, "How's the game?" I said, "It's 49-0." And she said, "Oh, you're gonna watch?" I said, "Of course I'm gonna watch it. I watch every moment of every painful experience."
Yeah.
I'm not bailing now. Andy, leading to this, were you the recipient of a lot of, because I mean, everyone, you're the man about town. You're the cock of the walk. Are you getting a lot of Syracuse sort of jabbing and ribbing the week prior? Or
not at all.
Happening?
Not one bit. I mean, they knew that they had no chance. I don't think they knew it was going to be like that, but they knew they were not going to walk in there and do great things. So no, it was very, very subdued.
The only person I can recall in history that enjoyed watching oranges get squeezed as much as you did, Andy, was Anita Bryant, back when she was the Juice spokesperson. So you and Anita Bryant have something in common.
I'd like to file a complaint against, I believe Jason Garrett referred to them as the Orange Men at one point in that broadcast. No longer acceptable. They're just the Orange at this point. So that should be enough to get him thrown off the air.
It's funny. I was thinking about you. I mean, when don't I? But I was thinking about you specifically during the game. Every time, because he's no longer saying naked, Garrett.
He said it once. I caught at least one naked in there. A lot of Hicksies.
The Hicksy. Can you imagine you and him in a cross country car buddy movie? How many times you'd be called Foulsy?
Foulsy, yeah. But yeah, there was a naked. There definitely was one naked in there.
I'm all over Garrett. I'm a big fan now. But the Hicksy stuff was a bit, and Hicksy and partner. And I think I've said this before, but there's only two categories of people who can call someone else, or three maybe, a partner. If you're not married, you want to call someone your partner, that's fine. Mm-hmm. Cowboys and policemen, that's it. No one else gets partner.
Sure.
Stop it.
Sure. Well, law firm, Paul, would you like to?
Law firm. Yeah, law firm.
Yeah.
But once you make partner, you don't go around saying, hey, partner.
I'm not allowed to tell you. I'm not allowed to tell you.
Okay, that's right. Paul's Illuminati code doesn't allow us sight into the star.
In the secret washroom. Yeah. We talk about the secret washroom.
Yeah. Paul, I'll give you some time for Syracuse. I mean, the last two, my lead into it for you is love. Has put himself in the Syracuse in the Heisman watch.
Yeah, and it was a different game for me because as you guys know, I was in Phoenix for a wedding. And I knew I'd be able to watch maybe the first 10, 15 minutes of the game. And then I had to get in a car to go to the church. And I knew I'd be able to follow, maybe till the end of the first quarter before I had to put the phone away. The fact that I saw 21 points live on television and I knew it was 42-0 before I had to put my phone away, and I was like in the processional, it was early, it was crazy. And then as I was coming down the aisle, when there was an older Notre Dame alumni that gave me the 49 symbol as I was walking by him. So it's one of those things. I knew I was going to be able to watch much of the game, and it truly didn't matter. I would have liked to have seen it, but talk about not sweating it. That I have to look at my phone later. Okay, this is done. For that reason, it was great. And one comment while I'm in here, Josh is not on Team Ash. It doesn't appear yet. He says, I'm not convinced he's running the defense without a lot of help. So we haven't converted everybody to Broyles Coach of the Year, Chris Ash, yet.
Dolph, Syracuse, your thoughts?
Well, that was a weird game indeed. The start of it, we were 21 up without the offense being in the field. Remember the game pro or even in Canada. There's no way when the offense gets in for the first time during the middle of the third quarter with a 21-0 lead. So, that was weird. And complete rollover. The Orange, which I'm sure they're now called the Juice, because they didn't do nothing.
What are they called?
At the end of the game.
What are they called?
Huh?
Racist.
What you call them?
Racist?
Holy cow. Called them the Jews.
That's Tulane.
Yeah.
Duke.
It's that same enunciation thing, when
it is.
Yeah. Well, we will try and do the Mexican version of Pygmalion at some point with you.
Yes.
Thank you for that, Dolph. Andy, I'm going to put a call out now to our listeners to, over the next week or two, give us or send us notes about your favorite memories of Andy. Because, what goodness, that's very taciturn of you. I was thinking of three of mine that came up to mind in reverse order, and I'd like to go through these because you really are the star of this show.
Please. I disagree. We're a team and we're a family. So,
okay.
That's what the star always says.
And there's many that will come up, but three of mine that came to mind was when you told me to shut up. That was really good. People cheered that one on. Your sort of whole rant and sort of riff there when you were all over ranch dressing for a while. That was interesting. But my favorite, and you meant it in all earnestness, is when you were upset with Captain Crunch because it was stolen valor.
Stolen valor. I stand by that comment.
So please, listeners,
He didn't serve.
And Captain Kangaroo too, didn't? Is he?
No, it was Captain Kangaroo that I had the problem with.
Right, not Captain Crunch. Captain Crunch is a tasty cereal. Unlike Captain Kangaroo.
He appears to have served. Yeah, he appears to have.
He did have a ship.
Yeah.
Yes.
He had a ship under maritime law. That's not stolen valor. If he's floating,
he was a captain. You don't have to be military to be a captain if you have a ship.
In a sea of milky goodness. Let's move on. So I think we'll likely have a call-in show before year end. So that will be fun. And Andy, you can certainly field all sorts of questions and comments from listeners. Get your season-ending bouquets.
Beautiful.
I'm working really hard tonight because Paul has put us all on notice that any one of us could be turfed. I think Paul just may make one of those, the mobsters just take someone out as a sort of a sign to the other guys. Mm-hmm. One of us may disappear. So next week hosting the show will be a ficus. National treasure.
Does he tell mime jokes?
I'm out of the mime jokes. I really am. Devlin has threatened to kill me, so I've stopped. I'm actually worried about my safety. Andy, national treasure.
Well, I hate to do it, Paul, but I'm doing American Thanksgiving, right? I mean, it is the real Thanksgiving, right? It's the Thanksgiving that people think of when spoken about around the world. They think about Macy's Day Parade. They think about turkey and mashed potatoes and pilgrims and Native Americans, indigenous people. That's what American Thanksgiving is. And I give thanks today for my brothers here in the North American Golden Domers.
That's very kind, Andy. That's sent right back at you. Andy, what's your favorite pie going to be on the weekend?
Apple. Yeah. My sister-in-law makes an apple pie that I would kill the rest of my family for. So
noted for the record. Paul, you can go next.
Sure. My national treasure this week is the legendary ship, the Edmund Fitzgerald, of song and dance. Probably not dancing to that, but depends on But it's recently been in the news. It's the 50th anniversary of the ship sinking. You guys all pretty much know the story, but around here it is real legend. There are locals who lost people on the boat, and I was thinking about it today. A couple reasons: one, 50th anniversary; two, great book recommendation. A guy named John Bacon. He's a Michigan guy who I've met a few times through some charitable things I work in. Wrote a book about the wreck. It's called Gales of November. It's like right now it's in the top 10. And it is probably the most researched book I have ever read in my life. It's fantastic. So if you're looking for some cozy material for the holidays to sit around, give John Bacon a shout. Real good guy. And three, as I mentioned earlier, the winds down here right now are crazy. The gales of November as they are. And there are 4 freighters parked about within a half mile of my house right now, sheltering from the storm. We're at the lowest basin of Lake Erie here. And these guys they're within 200 yards of each other, just sitting right off the shore, hiding out because it's so crazy out there. So I had the Gordon Lightfoot, also national treasure for Canada, who memorialized the the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, and I think that's why we all know there were 29 souls on board, and what they were hauling and where it happened and everything like that. But great American story and great book recommendation for everyone out there listening. In other words, Josh.
Thank you, Paul. Funnily enough, you did mention dancing. That in high school, in Mexico, the final dance were amorous young Mexicans tried to dance with their paramours to "Stairway to Heaven." In Canada, it was the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. So that was our final dance at the high school. So I am going to go next.
Hard.
And it was hard to exactly, but to seal the deal, so to speak.
Kichigumi.
Kichigumi. Andy, just a quick question on that. Have you ever danced to "Stairway to Heaven" with a young lady?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Last song played every middle school, high school dance. You kidding me?
Just making sure.
Work. I put in work, son.
It was that or Hotel California? Wasn't that the other one?
Ours was always "Stairway to Heaven."
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about you, Rodolfo? What was it down there?
We're really old-fashioned here. It was Pampa Circumstance by Elgar. So, we got a few years between those.
I hear music. Is that you, Paul? Okay. Paul's putting a little background theme music in for us. Oh, it's not?
Okay. I was not ready to play like background music to my Edmund Fitzgerald.
Fair enough. I'm going to go. My national treasure. I am not going to mention something from Canada. And it just happens to be the fact that we are going today, not Monday. If it was Monday, I had something completely different, but I'll save it. But today, one of the greatest human beings, I think, I shouldn't say that. One of the most influential human beings in my life. He would have been 103 if he was alive today, and I likely wouldn't have wanted
Brent?
to see. Who's that?
P.T. Brent.
Yeah, PT is alive still, Andy. I mean, contrary to what you, contrary to presentation. Anyways, Charles Schultz, the great Charles Schultz. It's his birthday today. He would have been 103. One of the great Americans, one of the great North Americans of all time. Happy birthday, Mr. Schultz. And a bonus point, Andy, if you know, it was Charles M. Schultz. And do you know his middle name?
My first instinct is to say MacGyver, but I know that's wrong. So I want to say Maurice.
Hold on.
I'm going to go with Milhouse, like Richard Nixon. Milhouse.
You guys aren't far off. It's actually Monroe, who I tell you, the best Monroe I know in pop culture was from Too Close for Comfort, Jim J. Bullock.
Absolutely.
I mean, there was a thespian having to suffer through Lydia Cornell. Off we go. Dolph is off screen. I don't know if that means the power's out or they're at the end of the tunnel. You still there, Dolph? Are you there, Dolph?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Do you have a national treasure?
I do, and I asked our producer Beto to find me a picture because it's going to be a little hard to describe. So we call this alebrijes, which is it's Mexican folk art sculptures made out of either wood or paper mache. So these are very popular in Mexico. It's sort of a syncretic thing between the Catholic religion and the Indian religion. These are supposed to bring good luck to you and protect you from evil spirits. And you can buy in many places down here in Mexico City.
Dolph, I don't want to get too personal, but at any point in your life, have you worn that mask while making love?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really.
I wasn't a wrestler. Yeah, that's different.
That's great. Andy, I was just thinking about the U.S. Thanksgiving, and I have a question for you. it's more of an observational one about what's become. The Pilgrims made the trip over. You know, it's certainly a different world. I mean, you guys are going to be celebrating your 250th soon, and I imagine that's going to be a quiet little gathering. I can't imagine.
We don't look at do over 175. People say
you don't.
Yeah.
But Andy, my question to you, for pondering, is if the Pilgrims were alive today, what would they be known for?
Besides
their age, Andy, their age.
Oh. I was going to give you an honest answer too, a serious, honest answer.
Well, what was it?
I was going to say the murder of an indigenous people. That's what they'd be known for. They'd all be imprisoned.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys sort of you came over and you just took.
They brought us cranberry sauce in a jar. The jelly cranberry sauce in a jar. Pilgrims brought that over from England. Little known.
Cranberry sauce is polarizing. People really like it or they don't. Andy, I can't imagine you're you love it.
I love it.
Okay.
From the can, not like fresh made, like gourmet, like really, really dirtbaggy, right from slides right out of the can. Yeah, you can still taste the metal when you eat it. Yep.
Leave the marks right on the side there. Yeah, I like that.
Yep.
With that said, I've seen television ads recently where one of your favorite foods, one of your infamous foods, is trying to rebrand itself as a dining option and different things you can do with it. Spam. I've seen this about you can fry it, you can do different things with it. Is Spam making a comeback, or maybe it never went away?
I think they're trying. They've been trying. That's been going on for years down here. Oddly enough, if you go to Hawaii, it's everywhere, and it's in you go to McDonald's and they have Spam burgers, for lack of a better term.
Whoa.
Big part of society there.
I don't think I've ever tried that. Let's move on to the story of the weekend. I've made a few notes. I'm going to let you guys go first. Rodolfo, what's your story of the weekend that wasn't Notre Dame related?
It's probably I want to hear Paul's take on Brian Kelly, so I'll leave in that story for him. But I'm going to say Virginia Tech signing James Franklin. That was very surprising, I think. And as different as Franklin did it, Kelly's going the other way with this. Franklin has very good PR people that really helped him land that job. Unlike Kelly, who's just a mess. And I want to hear Paul's take on it. But I mean, my story is Franklin has a new job.
Well, we're going to talk about the coaching carousel next, so we'll save maybe some of that movement. But that is, Franklin, I was surprised it moved that early, but obviously there was enough momentum, and that's a good pick. Andy, what about you? What was your story of the past weekend? The Butter Tarts are dead. How did your nephew end up doing?
Well, the Butter Tarts aren't dead. They're just the season's over. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My nephew's team lost in the state championship, 49-51. It was a close game. They were down 21-0 in the first quarter, but they came back and made it a game, and they really had a shot to win it, but just wasn't meant to be.
Oh, I'm sorry, but that sounds like an exciting game.
Yeah, and in the home of the Orange, it was exciting to be there and really just drink in the glory that is Syracuse University. So,
wow.
And Andy, your story of the weekend, what was it? Other than that,
it's not even, it's football related, but not necessarily to the game. It would be Diego Pavia's mom doing the Heisman pose.
She may be contributing to him losing votes, that whole act.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit much.
Yeah.
It's a bit much. Andy, one other question, and I think the Heisman. I think my story of the weekend was, while it's Notre Dame related, the Heisman, and it's certainly narrowing now into a 2 or 3 person race, and the person who we think is the best. There's a lot of noise around the best football player in the country being a guy at the Notre Dame roster. So the Heisman race. 6-7 weeks ago, we didn't think we had a chance, and now it's actively. And I don't know if we're all sort of suffering from sort of tunnel vision bias, but because we get all the noise about Notre Dame. But it's nice. I think he's getting a visit. He's getting a trip out to New York, and he's likely. I think he has a really good chance. Mr. Linehan, your story of the past.
I touched on it in the Pitt Panthers destroying Georgia Tech was on the road was shocking, helpful to us and shocking, and makes me think they got a shot this weekend at Miami. I thought that was and again, the coaching carousel, since you put that off till later, I think the coaching carousel is the Lane Kiffin situation is bananas.
It is.
The Kelly situation is bananas. And there's a few others. Like, this is going to be a crazy couple of weeks here that I'm all for it. I'm grabbing my popcorn and I'm all in on this. So, but for me on the field, like, it was sort of a boring weekend of results. Like, for a day that I didn't get to watch a lot of football, I didn't really miss much. And, but the Pitt game was something.
So one other thing I want to mention, because I'm surprised none of you did, is, and I get the love a son has for his father. I get standing up for that. I also get the view that we all have when we see it and see it for what it is, a bit much. But did anyone see the Kenzel Kelly and his acceptance of his football at LSU and running through and dropping, his shirt down to show BK, his dad, his initials written on his shirt, his undershirt, and then yelling something like, "Yeah, BK, my boy, free BK, BK." Yeah. Again, it was something.
I think the kids call that cringy these days.
Well, I don't know if you noticed, it was a lesser highlighted story the next day. Burger King released something to say, "We're not that BK." Coaching carousel time. We'll name a few and just get some predictions as to where we think they're going to end up or the story around it. But Paul, I'll start with you, and we'll start with Brian Kelly. Am I wrong to suggest that before that last two games at LSU, I think we all thought Brian was working on an exit strategy. I think he had an exit strategy or two that he was probing and that had some likelihood of working out. And that's just conjecture from our part. It then fell apart. Is he – I guess the debate is, Will Kelly – is he hireable? Is he unhireable about what happened? Will someone take a shot at him? I have no clue as to where he thinks he's going to end up. I'd make the prediction, Paul. I still think he's going to Michigan State at some point, but I could be completely wrong. Paul, give us your thoughts. We'll go around the room and talk about Brian Kelly. What do you think?
Sure. First of all, the Kenzel Kelly thing was fabulous, and I've watched it maybe 100 times. I can't believe how this guy doesn't know how to read the room, just like his dad, actually. I guess I can't believe it. I've been following these legal machinations and looking at the strategy behind this as a lawyer. It's fascinating to me. And some of the incompetence is also fascinating to me. But Brian clearly never wants to coach again. Based on the way he is responding to this stuff, and the only reason he will coach again is if he has to mitigate that $54 million, right? And by now saying he's fired for cause, and it was so predictable they were going to come back and be like, well, now he can't get a job, so now our $54 million, there's no mitigation. So he does not want to coach again. He will coach again if this settles down and there's some, okay, we'll still pay you, but you still have to mitigate. If he gets out of the mitigation, I think he's going to be golfing. And you're hearing more and more stories out of LSU that's sort of what he was doing for the last year. Like, he went Ty Willingham on us a little bit, and it's very interesting. And the longer this drags on, he may never be able to coach again. Like, if the things come out that are out there, if we, Brian Kelly's lawyers are pushing to the brinksmanship, and this LSU governor might just be dumb enough to be like, well, what about this and this? And once it's out. So whether it's legally serviceable or not, it's still going to be out, and that might be the end of it.
My read of the landscape being involved in insurance negotiations and matters of this type is, and I may be way off, my read is that Strickland messed it up bad in terms of his approach. I think Strickland went into this saying, we're going to fire you. Here's 20. Here's 30. He thought Kelly would bite at it, and that would be that. He didn't. And then he's going, what do I do? And I think that started the ball rolling, and now they're in it. And it's likely going to settle at some point, somewhere between 30 and 50, I think. But I don't think I think they'll negotiate something soon.
Yeah, I don't.
You don't, eh? You think it's going to go?
I think the governor stepped in it so bad, more than Strickland, that I think this drags on longer than it should. Because both parties are a little crazy.
And we can cue the music from Cake in the background. The Distance. It's going to go the distance. Rodolfo, what's your take on Mr. Kelly? He's misunderstood, isn't he, Rodolfo? Misunderstood.
Absolutely. Yeah, he doesn't want to coach it. But I mean, what this does to LSU, it's not such a sweet spot to land on now. I mean, Lane Kiffin's got to think real hard because the administrative thing there in LSU is kind of iffy, right? So I don't know that he's going to go there. But anyone that might come, he's going to have to deal with everything. This is a mess right now. I think LSU is not the best job out there right now. So that's what I see from it.
Andy, I know your love for Mr. Kelly. Does he coach again in a year or two?
Well, I'd like to again extend the offer to the Butter Tarts to Mr. Brian Kelly. We understand he's got a unique way of approaching the youth, and I think we have the right group for him. If he's willing to, I mean, we're going to have to do some heavy negotiating, and I'm hoping my good friend Paul will help us with that. I don't think we're going to be able to be in the same arena as LSU, but we can come up with something for him. I don't think he coaches again, like Paul led to. I think he's more than happy to just be done. Take his money, go play golf, and pretend that he was a great coach. At one point he was, I think, before he got too mainstream, and then people realized that there's some cracks in the foundation, that maybe he was, more surrounded by good staff than he was a good head coach potentially. And I think he's more than happy to take that and run with it. And I'm more than happy to watch him leave because I can't stand seeing him anymore.
I think he fears another failure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because LSU is going to be looked at as a failure. And if he has another one, then, there's your tarnished reputation,
But also his ego is so large. I wonder if he fears never having that championship, because that's what and maybe he takes a job in the ACC where he thinks he can get a run into the playoffs. Maybe there's a team there that'll convince themselves that he's the guy. It's funny. I mean, none of us know him, and none of us have any real good contacts as it relates to knowing him. But it would be interesting to really be a fly on the wall over Thanksgiving as to what's going on and what he's thinking about. Andy, I do think, though, that the rehabilitative thought of going to the Butter Tarts would be wonderful. He could reconnect with youth. He could reconnect with optimism. I see him bonding with his players, maybe coming over to your house and sitting on the end of the bed with Drew and playing football. That it would be just a wonderful time.
I mean, the irony if Brian Kelly sees the farm before we do is off the chart.
Well, I mean, can I tell them? Yeah, I can tell them. I'm excited to announce an in-home visit with Brian Kelly here tomorrow for Butter Tarts. And piece number one of this deal that we're working on is first right of refusal to take the farm, to take ownership of the farm. So,
oh, wow. Who were you talking to off camera there? Is Brian actually there?
His people are here.
Fuss.
What would you do right now, honestly, if Brian Kelly leaned his head into Andy's screen? Like, if we could AI that somehow, he'd be like,
it would be super awkward considering I just shit all over him.
Yeah, but could you imagine? What?
I'm going to throw some names around, quick hits. Does Saban coach again, Rodolfo?
I don't think so. Not for a while. I don't think next year.
Andy?
I don't think so. I don't think this new era of college football is something he wants to get involved with, or maybe even can get involved with.
He'd be a great commissioner
based on how he carries himself, how he expects a program to carry itself. I don't know if he can fit in there now.
Paul?
Exactly what Andy said. Like Saban wants no part of this NIL crap.
Who ends up at Penn State? I see the news I saw this morning was that some cat from James Madison seemed to be sort of the new buzz, but I've also heard Kellen DeBoer from Alabama, maybe a guy they're talking to. Paul, what's your thoughts? Any prediction for Penn State?
I'm gonna go with the interim coach.
I
think they're gonna try to capture the Marcus Freeman in-house thing. The guy played at Penn State for Joe Paterno. He's playing that card up a little bit. I don't think it's a great idea. I think the Marcus Freeman's the 1 in a million shot. But I'm going to go with Terry Smith as the next Penn State coach.
I wonder if that, because I think what they did at Michigan with Sharon, I think that's failing. I think he makes another year. Mm-hmm. So I wonder if they see that and wonder.
Unless he wins on Saturday. If he wins on Saturday, he's golden.
Oh my gosh, would that be just wonderful? Dolph, what about Penn State? Who do you think?
I think DeBoer's a good candidate, but I'm not really sure. I don't think they have it right now. I think they'll just wait. I mean, I think they need a big name coach, but they will have to spend a lot of money, and I don't know, that buyout from Franklin might ease that a little.
I like to think that right now Rodolfo is a ventriloquist, and that someone's hands up his back, because we can't see anything at all. But we heard you well, Andy. Oh, now you're moving. Andy, what about Penn State?
I think they're going to go maybe like a little bit of a throwback type situation, and I think they're going to offer Jerry Sandusky
via Zoom.
Can he do it from jail?
It's kind of like old school, Andy.
Kind of like Dolph. I don't really know. Is Matt Rule still in the mix as a potential?
Probably not. His season he just went up there and lost by 30.
I mean, it's funny because there's a lot to come. There's a lot of change to come. There's people who, like, are there any? I guess I'll just end this section by any other wild predictions or any things you think we should watch for happening. I will start, and I've made this prediction, I think at the end of last year, or the beginning of this year. Paul, you poo-pooed it, saying, you seen what he's doing now? I still think Tommy Rees is going to UCLA. I think he gets that gig. I think that's where he goes. Any other sort of predictions, thoughts, things to look for? There's a lot still to happen. Paul?
I would watch for Brian Hartline, Ohio State's recruiting guru / offense, to get one of these jobs. He's due. He's ready. I think someone will name Brian Hartline before we're done, but I don't know who.
Andy, any thoughts?
I think I read somewhere, maybe heard somewhere about maybe Sarkisian going to the NFL.
Yeah.
Ooh, that would be a huge opening.
Yeah, and that's why Lane, I think, has to sort of, if I'm Lane, wait a week or two, just see what plays out.
I don't think he can, though. I don't think.
Yeah.
They're not going to the SEC championship. They're going to be in the playoff, and Mississippi needs to know, because they need, for the same reason these teams need to hire coaches because of the recruiting calendar. Mississippi needs to know if he's staying for the same reason.
So, Dolph, we haven't touched on Lane. Let's talk about that real quick. Last question: where does Lane Kiffin end up?
A week ago, I would have said LSU. Now I'm not sure. I think he stays put for a while. I mean, I don't think he's moving this year unless something big comes up where he's comfortable. Because I was thinking he was going to go to LSU for sure.
Things have been really quiet in Florida. I think there's something happening there, is my opinion. And Lane Kiffin has probably seen the story of Matt Campbell, who 4 or 5 years ago could have taken any job in college football, and now maybe in wherever it is, Davenport or Ames, Iowa, forever. I think Lane might end up in Florida. Paul?
I think he stays. I think this is all ego driven and Jimmy Sexton driven. But in the end, I don't think he can. I mean, he's been a villain once before, and he sort of cleansed his.
Yeah.
I can't imagine him doing it again. So that's maybe I have too much faith in Lane Kiffin, but I think he's staying.
Okay, Andy, what about you?
I think Florida. I think he's going to go to Florida.
Yeah, I think so. Josh has just asked the question. Do you want to, Dolph, the American Dolph? Do you want to? The last question.
What?
Yes. Josh wants to know: has anyone heard the rumors of a large extension for Freeman? I love. Sense. By the way, the reason I love doing that is because no one laughs except Rodolfo. Loves it.
Yeah,
we're all watching the screen to see who is actually talking. So, I haven't heard that, but it would make sense that something in the off season is going to tie him up. And Paul, I have now come to the conclusion, after seeing all the press conferences and knowing everything we know about Freeman and hearing him talk and hearing how genuine it is and hearing how much he's involved in Notre Dame and his family, he's not going anywhere in college football. I have no doubt about that. Ohio State,
one place.
No.
That's
the
guy we need to make sure stays happy. Right? Keep Ryan Day happy.
No.
Don't let him go to the NFL. That's the one.
He would not. I don't think he's leaving in college football. No, not going to Ohio State. Nope. Nope. All right. What's the deal with
the receipts, as the kids would like to say?
Yeah.
I'm keeping receipts.
Clock it.
What's the deal with? Let's start tonight with USA. Dolph, do you have anything for our friends in the USA?
Yeah, actually, I have a couple of them.
Oh,
weird names in the U.S., and I have one from each of your home states.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to start with Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been to a place called Knock'em Stiff, Ohio?
I have not been to not literally been to Knock'em Stiff, Ohio,
which is in Ross County. So I don't know
I've been to Gnadenhooten, which was where I thought you were going with the weird name places, but I've not been to Knock'em Stiff.
Knock'em Stiff by yeah.
I want to know what the high school mascot is. I'm actually going to look it up right now.
It's a blue Viagra pill.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a baby born out of wedlock.
Andy, Paul, I think Rodolfo has one for you.
Yeah, I do. And this one's also in the great state of New York. And this one is Butternuts, New York.
That's Andy's nickname in high school.
The whole thing.
Everything's hot. Butternuts.
Butternuts, New York. Yeah, the whole thing. Yeah.
Ever been there?
I have not. No, I've never heard of it. Butternuts. No.
It's in Otsego County. Otsego County.
Yeah, Otsego County. Yeah, which is relatively close to me. Yeah.
Okay.
Andy, take the kids on a road trip to Butternuts.
Yeah, we might skip Thanksgiving tomorrow and just go to Butternuts.
Well, I was gonna ask Andy, is that, I know you're going to Malone for Thanksgiving. Is that on the way to Malone?
No, that's the opposite direction.
Okay, I don't know the geography well. For the U.S., I am. I have nothing. I just want to have Thanksgiving. I want to show gratitude to you guys, my American friends and people. There's nothing. What's the deal with? Just have a lovely Thanksgiving with family and friends. Stay calm, stay quiet, and you know what I do like though, and I don't need to watch the deal with, but my goodness, that Macy's Day Parade with that giant Snoopy. Oh, that's good, Andy. As sort of could you go on patrol one year and maybe get that for me?
Well, I don't know if you've been watching the news lately, but I'm going to stay away from large events and associated with my official capacities in the New York State Police.
Okay, so I won't I'll wait. I'll find another way to get Snoopy into Canada. Mexico. I'm going to start. This is personal. It's actually sort of this maybe gets to the U.S. U.S. meet your new number one largest trading partner. Just surpassed Canada. Mexico is now your leading trade partner.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. Used to be us forever. We're a quarter of their size. They've now just taken us over. But yeah, there you go. There's your favorite guy.
Welcome.
Yes, I'm pleased.
Yeah.
We don't.
They're a state now, right?
We're trading a lot with Finland. That seems to be where we're looking.
That seems like a good strategy.
Yeah, it's working.
Yeah.
Anything from Mexico, Paul, Andy?
I just have we know we dealt with fake Canadian Thanksgiving a few weeks ago. Our Thanksgiving is now. Does Mexico have a Thanksgiving?
Not as such. Our big national celebrations are the Independence Day and the Day of the Dead and the Holy Week. That's about it.
Okay. Just curious.
And Cinco de Mayo, which Americans celebrate more than we do.
Rodolfo, are you familiar with La Melita?
La what?
La Melita?
La Melita?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's a dental office in Mexico City. The building looks like a small tooth.
La Melita? Let me look it up. No,
I know more about Mexico City than this guy does. Unbelievable.
That's fantastic.
I've been on the Knock 'em Stiff homepage for like the last 15 minutes.
Andy, and did you know that the most popular time for an appointment at that office?
Oh boy,
2:30.
2:30.
That's right.
Right.
It's at 22 Ave Nuevo Leon, Mexico City. You know where that is?
Yeah, I know. It's close by to where I am
Andy,
right now.
but by the way, the thing you missed is the building down the street, the vasectomy clinic. That's quite a building.
half a nut.
Oh yeah, I've seen this thing. Yeah. Okay, sort of looks like a tooth, but okay.
Yeah.
Little known fact in Mexico that if you lose your dog, you can call the dentist. Apparently, they're specialists in loose canines.
Oh. Please don't.
I'll give you that one.
Please don't.
While Paul stays on the Knock 'em Dead or Knock 'em Stiff website, Canada's up now for discussion. If there's anything you want to know, again, we're sorry, America, that we've taken one of your hottest ladies, and our ex-prime minister is courting her, is wooing her.
Katy Perry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she came back from space, and we took her.
Sure.
I'd like to hear the official Canadian position from you, Roger, on Ryan Wedding, the former Olympian turned Pablo Escobar.
Oh, goodness. Yeah.
I'd like to hear the official position of the Canadians on that.
He's a Vatican. He's bad news. Not exactly the kind of guy we want out there making news when we're trying to say to your leader, we're not the guys you need to worry about, and he's out there doing that. So, yeah, I don't know. I didn't know what his Olympic event was, but he's clearly found a new passion. So
I think he was a skier of some type, or either skier or skateboarder. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But
speaking of, the Winter Olympics are coming up, right?
Correct.
The biathlon is not what I thought it was. Not at all. Andy, anything for Canada?
I've been searching the World Wide Web for something, but I got nothing this time around.
He's a snowboarder.
Yeah,
makes sense. They're an unruly sport.
I'm nervous though. Now I'm nervous about my next trip to Wegmans and my yogurt. I need to do one before year end, but
they're onto you now.
Yeah. I know. If you don't think there was a report filed on that, you're crazy.
Let's move on to picks of the week.
But I have one thing for Canada.
Oh yeah, I forgot about you. I assumed you didn't because you love us so much. But yeah, what is it?
Absolutely. I mean, I saved the best for last. And since I was looking for crazy names in the U.S., I started looking for crazy names of towns in Canada. And did you know that there's a town in Newfoundland called Dildo, Newfoundland?
Whoa!
There's also one in Newfoundland called Come by Chance.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Dildo, Newfoundland.
Is that where it was invented? I mean, is there a historical reference here?
I don't know. I want to see a building.
Is that why the town was the town named for that, or was that named for the town?
Funnily enough, they have one of those, towns pair with one another. They are paired with Butternuts, New York. It's it's just Dildo is a real town, Rodolfo.
I know. I mean, there's information here. And conveniently, they don't have the name, the origin of the name, but there's enough information on it.
What is the nickname of their football team?
Oh wait, there is an explanation here. Wait, it's a long one, but it's the word Dildo itself is obscure. It was once used as a reference as a foul shape pin stuck in the edging of a rowboat to act as a pivot for the oar. Oh, maybe that's where it comes from.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's
those subscribers are rolling in now.
Yeah.
We're going to a different market.
They don't have a CFL team, I know that, but yeah. Interestingly,
their nickname is the
it's
user.
very hard to. It's very hard to pivot or to I guess get off Dildo, but we'll pivot now to picks of the week, and we have something happening, Paul. Dolph has a 1-point lead over me and you, and a 5-point lead over Andy. So it's certainly getting interesting.
Back. I was last for a while. I'm storming back.
Absolutely. So Georgia and Georgia Tech. Andy?
Go Dogs.
And what about you, Paul?
Georgia.
I went Georgia as well. And you, Dolphy?
Dogs also.
We're all the same across there. Texas A&M and Texas. Oh, my goodness. This is a big one. Andy?
Texas A&M, for sure.
Paul?
A&M.
I went Texas. They're at home. I think they're going to cause a little bit of chaos.
I'll be watching this one for sure. I can't wait to watch that one.
Yeah. Dolph?
Aggies.
Okay. Ohio State and Michigan. My Michigan friend Daryl believes that they're going to win again. And it's the only game of the year that matters. So
all Michigan people believe they're going to win every game forever. Just remember that.
Yeah, true.
They're the worst fan base. They're the worst fan base that I know of that factor.
Funny story. My neighbor, a few down, lovely guy, big Michigan fan. I went for a walk on Saturday to grab some coffee, and I see him coming, walking his dog. He's got his Michigan toque on. He's got his Michigan jacket on. And I stop and I say hi. I said, a little bit much, isn't it? And it was Saturday, and he looks at me and says, you've got a hat, toque, and Notre Dame pants on. It's who we are. Yeah, a little bit much, but it's a bit much to see the Michigan stuff. By the way, Andy, I don't know if you know this, but there was a period of time a few weeks ago when our neighborhood was all no one knew where to go. All the street signs had gone missing. This guy stole all the signs. I
laughed at that.
I used that on him. Mid-year. He didn't enjoy it as much.
No, the Michigan people do not have
no sense of humor
about the sign stealing. My tax guy is a Michigan guy, and I've used it on him, and it falls flat.
No, he didn't like that at all. Ohio State, and by the way, his dog is named Charlie, and I was saying after Weiss, and then he said no, Woodson. And Andy, Ohio State, Michigan.
Ohio State.
Paul? Yeah, hate to say it. I say the same. Dolph?
Yeah, Buckeyes.
Miami and Pitt. What are we saying, Andy?
I'm going to go Miami.
Paul?
Pitt.
I went Pitt as well. Dolph?
Pitt.
All right, interesting. LSU and Oklahoma. My goodness, could LSU create some chaos with this kind of win over Oklahoma? But Andy, can it happen? Can Kenzel Kelly lead LSU to a win?
I mean, if they could just get
Free
BK
my
free,
boy.
I'm gonna go Oklahoma.
By the way, Paul, we now have a new Halloween costume next year with BK on
For
it.
sure. Free my boy, BK. I never once called my dad my boy.
Exactly.
Paul, who do you have?
Oklahoma.
Same. Dolph?
Yeah, Sooners.
Vandy and Tennessee. Andy?
I'm gonna go Tennessee.
They are going to murder Pavia and his mother. They really are. Tennessee. I have them. And by the way, it is an example too, and I just say this parenthetically without giving it much thought. The character of the guy, Pavia, has really been a bit overkill in terms of his act and how he's been behaving. Love has been nothing but class and grace and a wonderful example of a human being. And I think it speaks well for who he is and what Notre Dame is and what we love about him. But
I have a Pavia prediction. I'm taking Tennessee, but I have a Pavia prediction. Pavia is going to be the guy that sues again to play like an 8th year. He's because this is his only thing that he can do.
Yeah.
Like he will file a suit to be eligible for, like, even though COVID's over now, like he's going to keep suing to play like forever.
I forget who said it, but someone mentioned him and another quarterback saying they could go to the CFL and have wonderful careers. And I may end up stuck with him up here. I took Tennessee. Dolph, who do you have?
Tennessee, too.
And lastly, for Dolph, chaos. Your coach is gone. BK, wouldn't it be great if BK ended up at Cal?
No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't.
That would be delightful.
No, it would not.
Andy, SMU and Cal.
I'm gonna. I've picked with my heart all year for Rodolfo, and I'm gonna stick with it. Cal.
Paul.
SMU.
Yeah, same. Smooth.
Yeah, fuck Rodolfo.
Yeah. What are you doing, Dolph? Who are you picking?
Say hi.
I was so disappointed in the Stanford game last week, so I'm picking SMU.
Wow. Okay.
Here you go,
Andy
Roger.
and hey, Georgie, my boy. Happy Thanksgiving, Georgie.
There he is. Hi.
Oh, I love him so much.
You're a good boy. Yeah.
Does he have a penguin at the lake house?
The penguin came home because we're getting the condo redone. So
Yeah.
I brought Penguin home after the Navy game, and he was
Nice.
very excited.
If anyone wants to see pictures of a man and a dog greeting one another in the most uncomfortable way, we had a posed photo of me and George where George was just, I don't know about this guy. I couldn't be more excited, but George couldn't wait to get the hell out of there. So
George was a little leery of Raj.
Trust dogs and their character abilities, sensing abilities. But one of the best dogs in the whole wide world is Georgie. Paul, please give him love from all of us. I don't think there's much to talk about Notre Dame Stanford. I mean, it would be nice to see Love have a big game. It would be nice to see an easy game. I mean, Paul.
No one's gonna see it though. Like 10:30.
I know. Are they messing with our body clocks, Paul? And let me ask you, Andy, where is your body clock located?
Well,
Musky.
Yeah.
It's very musky. Very musky.
Very musky.
Are they messing with us, Paul?
No, I think we're the only game that could get anything at 10:30. Like they follow the money, right? Like they could have buried us with the other 7:30 games out there. There's going to be like 8,000 people at Stanford Stadium.
Yeah.
It's going to be like, that's the one thing I'm worried about at all is getting off to a quick start when there's just, it's dead. Like, it's like you'll have more people at your adult lacrosse game, Roger, than are coming to this game. It's going to be bad.
Yeah. Dolph, is there any? I mean, Fuzz, I don't want to jinx it, but there really shouldn't be much of a game, right?
They shouldn't. And I was at this game exactly 4 years ago, and yeah, there's no one in the stadium. Basically, no one's there. So yeah, that's the only thing that concerns me. There were more. Am I still there? Yeah.
You're still here, yeah. Where Andy's circling right now.
Yeah, and there were more Notre Dame fans. We're about like 300 Notre Dame fans against 100 Stanford fans. That was, of course, we were coming off of the COVID year, and it's just sad to have one of the best teams in the country not being in a full stadium. But yeah, I don't think the game is going to be that much of a trouble. I mean, Stanford has nothing except they just beat Cal and they're still celebrating. So hopefully,
How many wins do they have? How many?
like 5, I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, Paul,
I was stunned that they beat Cal. Stunned.
I was
yeah.
stunned.
Well, so was Cal, hence the change in the coach.
Exactly.
You know,
True.
so we'll move into discussion. I think Andy's laptop died. I think he's cut. There he is. He's back. Andy.
Sorry about that, folks.
I will tell you a funny story about Wilco and the Stanford coach. Wilco, back in the day when Frank was playing, he was a quarterback. I don't know if you knew this. And Frank's specialty, I remember we were watching a game together I was watching it with Wilco, and Frank's specialty as a quarterback, his third down conversion rate was better than anyone else's.
Roger.
No.
Don't do it, Roger.
I already know. No.
Don't do it.
Anyone wanting the conclusion to that joke, please text me because it's hurting inside.
At least we'll stay on the air, though.
I trust your wise counsel. Thank you. Andy, what's the score of the game?
I'm going to say Notre Dame 48, Stanford 13.
Shit. Andy, I put 47-13, so you've prices righted me.
Beautiful.
Wow, in advance. That's tough to do.
Yeah, Paul.
I got 37-10. I think it's going to be a quiet, just boring, no pageantry, boring game.
Dolph?
42-10.
All right, Carr, 250 yards, over, under, passing. Andy?
Over.
Paul?
Under.
I went over. Dolph?
Under.
Love, 155 rushing yards. Andy?
I'm going to say under.
Paul?
Under.
I went over. Dolph?
I'm going to say over.
Price, over, under, 60. Andy?
Over.
Paul?
Over.
I went over. And Dolph?
Over.
Fields, 75 receiving yards. Andy, over or under?
Under.
Paul?
Under.
I went under as well. Dolph?
Under also.
And leading tackler for Notre Dame, Andy?
Drake Bowen.
I went the same. Paul?
Even though I'm now in the running for winning this thing, I will repeat my evergreen answer to this as a tribute. I'm taking KVA.
Okay. You know what I'm going to do for you, Paul? Because you've done that, I'm going to put under here Osbury. So if Osbury leads, you get the point.
I'd rather take the 0, actually.
I'm going to give that to you.
In the immortal words of Eddie Murphy, I'll just take the 0.
Dolph?
I'll say Bowen too.
And Thor Bomb I have at, I'm not going to tell you until you guys, because I don't want you prices writing me. Andy?
I'm going to say 48.
Paul?
44.
Dolph?
47.
I went 56. I think he lets it fly in the California night air. Personal segment, we move quickly to the Macho Tip. We're going back around. No one's been able to unseat Andy. And Dolph, as the challenger, you go first. What's your Macho Tip of the day?
You at least have to get once in the ring, and I mean literally. You have to put on a mask and wrestle someone in a real ring during a real fight. I did that a few years back, and it's kind of fun.
You did not.
In between matches, you can get into the ring and fight your friends. So,
really,
what?
That's all I have. You have to throw yourself from the third row.
What was your name?
I can't remember.
Krusty.
Yeah.
Are there pictures of this?
Yeah. Is there video of this?
No, I don't think we have it. That's
all, Andy. He might have you on the ropes.
Sadly, I cannot hear a thing that Rodolfo is saying. So, can you tell me what he said?
Andy said, he says, you haven't lived until you've thrown on a Mexican wrestling mask and wrestled a buddy in a ring.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't.
During
got that. Besides,
there's people. They're
pointing your gun at a deaf person. Does that count?
That's pretty good.
I'll keep my professional life and my personal life separate for this topic. I'm gonna lose this week because that's a really good one, Dolph. But I was gonna say sharpening your own mower blades.
Okay.
Dolph wins.
I think
Dolph wins.
Yeah. I mean,
the new champion.
That's super macho, but dude, you get a Nacho Libre up here. You're gonna lose.
Yeah. Congrats.
And yeah, well done, Dolph. You're the new champion. We'll try and take you on in the future. What grinds my gears? 3 things. 1, fountain pop. There's no reason for it. It's ridiculous. It's cheap. It's goofy. When I'm out getting something for someone and I make an order, I'm happy to get the burger and the fries. If they ask me for fountain pop, I want nothing to do with it. I'm not getting it for them. I won't. I refuse. Fountain pop is just stupid. Secondly, when you're walking out, it's a nice day, and you see people walking towards you, and it's clear they're out for the walk, for their exercise, and they're using ski poles. The ski pole walkers really bug me.
I'll sign that one. That is bad. Yeah.
And the last one is anyone, and we all know someone at some point in our past who has done this, maybe hopefully not the present, but someone who uses air quotes far too freely. That's air quotes need to be shut right down.
Thanks, partner.
Thanks. Paul, tell us a Notre Dame story, please.
Sure. You're right. And I'm gonna focus on Stanford this week because it's gonna be better than the game, right? Stanford, the tree is goofy. All right, their band is some of the most hated people on the planet, but Stanford and us are a lot more similar than everyone thinks. And they played twice at Notre Dame when I was in school there, and both times the Stanford fans travel very well. And they were not good then, but it'd be like Wednesday afternoon and you're like, whoa, there's a lot of people on campus wearing maroon. It's impressive, and there's money and they do all this other stuff. But the other thing that I found fascinating was the student body at Stanford is very similar to the student body at Notre Dame, in that I've talked about this before. Like when you're at Notre Dame, you may live with an athlete randomly, or you may be friends with guys that are on the basketball team because you live in the same dorms and they're treated like regular people. And we met some people at Stanford, some Stanford students that were just looking to have a place to hang out. And before the night was over, both Janet Evans and Summer Sanders, both of Olympic fame, not yet. Janet had been to one Olympics and Summer hadn't been there yet, but they were just hanging out with these guys. Like we were tailgating with them. And, I'm watching the Olympics in 92 and Janet won 8 medals. And I'm like, but to those guys, it was just Jan, there wasn't this weird, and they were these guys were telling us, yeah, we're friends with Tommy Vardell and these other guys on the team, because in their student life is very similar to ours, and that the athletes are just Janet or Tommy, and I thought that was cool. I've always respected Stanford a little bit for that. And I've heard the same thing, honestly, about Tiger Woods when he was there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
For those, the Canadian listeners may know this, and this is a Stanford connection. I personally believe, much like I believe Bobby Clark and Gritty are the same person. We've never seen them in a picture together. I believe that you'll need researching this one, but John Elway and famous Canadian Olympic rower, female Silken Laumann, Laumann, are the same person. Google those pictures, put them side by side, same person.
I've also heard, and I don't know who Silken Ramen is, but I've also heard that John Elway and Secretariat, same person.
When you get the picture of the Canadian Olympian, you'll see that you're right.
Okay,
they're together.
Okay.
Another restraining order is on the way.
Yes, Mr. Elway.
Paul.
Yes.
Thank you for that. We always enjoy your Notre Dame stories. Thank you for telling us a Notre Dame story. Andy, where are we going? First game of the playoffs. What's your prediction as to where it's going to be as it stands? And predicting, I mean.
Sure. I think we're going to Norman. I don't think Oklahoma moves up, moves down. I think we're going to Norman.
It's a city, not a guy.
All right. Well, then never mind.
I've never been to Norman.
The city.
Yeah. Thank you. I was about to riff into I've never been to me. I don't know why. There's stop it. Paul, where are we going?
I think we're going to drop down to the 10 spot behind Alabama, and then we're going to go destroy Mississippi, and then we're going to destroy Indiana. And I've made myself very clear over the last week, once that Pitt game ended, we're winning the Natty. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to keep saying it until everybody – I'm dragging all you guys across the finish line. We're winning this thing. This is the best team. We are really good, and we're winning this team. Road, I don't care who we play. I don't care where we play them. But I do put this to the 10, avoids Ohio State till the championship. That's what I think is going to happen.
I hope you're right.
Natty.
Do know another thing where, I guess some of us – I don't know if it was a question of culture or not, or a question of subterfuge, but there was no bullshit around Greathouse. He was injured, and they were reserving him for a red shirt, and I think he's coming back next year. That's what I hope is the case. Or he may be back in the playoffs. Paul, I see that wry grin. You think again I'm being too optimistic?
When there's smoke, there's fire. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
I honestly also think that, to a certain – obviously we're losing some guys this year to graduation, but part of Greathouse's issue is our receivers are really, really good.
Yeah.
Really good. We haven't really lost – because, listen, Greathouse is tremendous, and he carried us in the playoffs last year, but have we really missed him?
No. And there's young guys coming up who are there, who are going to be there. Yeah.
You see.
Dolph, where are we going?
I think Norman also. We're going to play Oklahoma. That's going to be a good one. If you go back in history, that's where Notre Dame ended their winning streak back in the 50s. So it will be a good chance to win another game there.
I don't know. I've been to Oklahoma City a couple times. It strikes me as a very soft place. That's the sort of spot where I think I can get in my bar fight. That sort of seems to be check another list off the bucket list, right, Paul?
Those Cowboys are tough, man. I don't know.
I'm wearing my Uggs.
Those aren't lifting guys. Those are working, wiry guys coming off the plains.
I think you should go for it, Raj. I think you should just walk in there and start swinging.
Just start calling everybody partner. I think that would actually work very well.
There you go.
Howdy, partner.
Howdy. Yeah.
I think Oklahoma is our likeliest landing spot if everything – unless LSU beats them, I think that's likely where it's going to shake out. So, but there's stuff to come, so it makes the next 2 weeks sort of fun. Random question. We don't have a guest. We're not legally allowed to have one for another week or two. So I'm going to ask you a random question, and it's a simple one. What's your favorite Thanksgiving ritual thing you look forward to most on Thanksgiving. Dolph, let me start with you. What's your favorite thing about Day of the Dead?
Day of the Dead, probably, I'll say the food. Food is great. Yeah. It applies to Thanksgiving also. So
we had tacos last night, Dolph, and these were the tacos where if you recall, at the food truck that we all were raving about, you were sitting there poo-pooing. You would have been, these aren't tacos. These are not tacos.
Okay.
But we had tacos last night. Yeah.
Both is better than yours.
Yeah, without question. Andy, other than watching Menudo or whatever it is you did, the World Cup for Thanksgiving that one time, what's one of your favorite Thanksgiving rituals or moments?
Probably the last few years, the Butter Tarts get together and they play a little turkey bowl at Thanksgiving morning. So a little two-hand touch football, the Butter Tarts and the parents. It's last year was in the snow, so it was a little more fun, but we'll be doing that tomorrow morning. And it's not been lifelong, obviously, so it's only been the last 3 or 4 years, but it's fun to get out there and be on the same team as Drew. So,
is this when you pull out the medium shirt?
I do not. No.
Okay. That sounds like fun. Paul?
I will also be playing in a turkey bowl tomorrow with a bunch of other 56-year-old guys. And it's crazy because we all go up to the high school football field and there's like 12 of us. And then there's like 3 other mini games going on. So it becomes, we just start mixing up just to have more people to have on teams. We're meeting people. Some people add in for next year that'll stay on. Like we meet them and we invite them back. And so I'll be doing like we'll get up early, stuff the turkey, put it in the oven, and then I'll go play with my friends at the game. So I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome stuff. Andy, we do have a judge's sort of question about the macho. There is a what do you call it?
An inquiry?
Well, an inquiry. Yes, an inquiry. When you're sharpening the blades, is the mower running?
Will that help me potentially?
I think you win. I think you win.
Then yes, the mower is running.
That would be something. Chris Carter had that inquiry, so we thank you for that, Chris. As we finish the season, at least this part of the season, before we get to the last game and then the playoffs, this last game is at 10:30. What are your relative plans? I mean, I'm staying up. I don't think I can turn my phone off and then try and suffer through 2 hours of watching it and record in the morning and just having it be ruined by accident because I glance at something. I'm going to watch it live on 10:30 on Saturday. You guys doing the same?
I'm going to try. I'm going to give it a shot.
Okay. I mean,
all right.
If it's 42-0 in the second quarter, like last week, I'll probably shut it down. But I've got all the coffee accoutrements ready to go for about probably halftime of that SEC game. I'll make myself a big coffee and start drinking it to consume that to keep me going. But I will shut it down if it's like last week's game.
So the person we're not allowed to mention by court order, generally during most games in the chat is up to 4 or 5 vodka and Red Bull. I can only imagine that by 10:30, it's several more than that.
Yeah. The group chat's going to go downhill very quickly, I think.
Oh yeah, it's going to fade hard. Thank you, guys. And as we end the podcast, I want to remind our listeners to please help us with our goal. Look at us. We're 4 lovely people. We don't ask for a lot. We just want to see Andy's farm. It's sure. I don't know how many more trips around the sun we're going to get, but to see the farm and to broadcast from the farm would mean the world to us. So please like, subscribe, share, ask your friends, ask your families, create fake accounts for cats. We don't care. Just drive that number at least enough that we can see Andy's farm before we go. And lastly, from me to all of you and to all of our listeners, I'm grateful for you guys. You guys are absolutely awesome, and it's so great that we get to do this. And I'm so thankful for the friendships and the things we get to experience. Truly mean that and appreciate you guys.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes,
yeah.
Same.
To all of our, this group here, I'm very thankful for all of our fantasy football brethren and all the Notre Dame family out there that are listening. I'm grateful to have all of you in my life. So thank you.
We are very, very fortunate. So love you guys. Go Irish to everyone. And we will reconvene likely in a week at some point.
Go Pitt.
Yeah. Go Pitt. Go Irish. Everyone, travel safe to wherever you're going. We hope it's a smooth, calm, and wonderful time with family. So go Irish.
Go Irish. Take
Go
care.
Irish.